twins who had come before, each one more determined than the last to unlock the room's secrets. They spoke of the elaborate ceremonies and rituals that had been performed in an attempt to appease the mysterious force that guarded the room. Yet, despite their efforts, the room remained locked, its treasures tantalizingly out of reach. Among the villagers, there was a sense of resignation, a belief that the room would forever remain a mystery. But deep within the heart of one young man, there burned a fire of determination. Kofi, a descendant of the outcast clan, felt a calling, a sense of purpose that stirred within him like a restless spirit. With each passing day, Kofi's resolve grew stronger. He began to study the ancient texts and scrolls that spoke of the room, searching for clues that had been overlooked by those who had come before him. He sought out the elders, listening intently to their stories and wisdom, hoping to uncover the key that would unlock the room's secrets. As he delved deeper into the mysteries of the room, Kofi discovered a pattern, a series of symbols and signs that seemed to point towards a hidden truth. He spent hours poring over the ancient carvings and inscriptions, deciphering their meanings with a determination that bordered on obsession. And then, one fateful day, as Kofi was exploring the outskirts of the village, he stumbled upon a cave, its entrance obscured by vines and foliage. Intrigued, he ventured inside, his heart pounding with anticipation. What he found inside took his breath away. The cave was filled with ancient artifacts, relics of a time long past. Among them, Kofi discovered a stone tablet, its surface etched with a series of symbols that mirrored those found on the door of the locked room. With trembling hands, he traced the lines of the symbols, a sense of hope watching over him. Could this be the key he had been searching for? Could the symbols on the tablet hold the secrets to unlocking the room and changing his community's destiny? With newfound hope and determination, Kofi emerged from the cave, the tablet clutched tightly in his hands, ready to embark on a journey that would test his courage and resolve like never before. As Kofi returned to the village with the stone tablet clutched tightly in his hands, a sense of excitement rippled through the community. The elders gathered around him, their eyes wide with curiosity as he recounted his discovery in the cave. He listened intently as he described the symbols on the tablet, noting how they mirrored those found on the door of the locked room. Word quickly spread throughout the village, and soon a sense of hope began to blossom among the people. Could this be the key they had been searching for? Could Kofi, a descendant of the outcast clan, be the chosen one destined to unlock the room and change their destiny? But as the days passed, and Kofi attempted to decipher the symbols on the tablet, a sense of frustration began to creep in. The symbols seemed to defy all logic, their meanings shrouded in mystery. Try as he might, Kofi could not make sense of them, and with each passing day, the weight of his failure grew heavier. As the villagers looked on, their hopes beginning to fade, Kofi felt a sense of desperation take hold. He had come so far, had overcome so many obstacles, and yet the key to unlocking the room remained tantalizingly out of reach. The pressure mounted as the deadline set by the elders drew near, and Kofi knew that time was running out. Then, one night, as Kofi sat alone in his hut, poring over the symbols on the tablet. A sudden realization struck him like a bolt of lightning. Symbols were not meant to be read in isolation, but as a part of a larger pattern, a pattern that he had overlooked in his desperation to find the key. With renewed determination, Kofi set to work, rearranging the symbols on the tablet until they formed a coherent message, and as the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, he deciphered the message that had eluded him for so long. The symbols on the tablet were a map that led to the true key to unlocking the room. With a sense of exhilaration coursing through his veins,
He knew that his journey was far from over. Armed with the knowledge he had gained, he set out into the wilderness, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in his quest to change his community's destiny forever.
as Kofi ventured into the wilderness, following the map revealed by the symbols on the tablet, he encountered challenges that tested his courage and resolve. He traversed treacherous terrain, battled fierce beasts, and braved the hell in his mind. As he journeyed deeper into the wilderness, Kofi began to notice signs that he was not on the right path. Strange markings on trees, rocks arranged in peculiar patterns, all seemed to point towards a hidden treasure waiting to be revealed. But just as he was beginning to make progress, disaster struck. A sudden storm descended upon the land, its fury unleashing a torrent of rain and wind that threatened to sweep Kofi off his feet. He sought shelter in a nearby cave, hoping to wait out the storm. But as he hurtled in the darkness, a sense of doubt began to creep in. Had he been foolish to embark on this quest? What he truly do it? All the while keeping the vision of unlocking the room's treasure firmly fixed. Was he truly the chosen one, destined to unlock the room and change his community's fate? As the storm raged outside, Kofi wrestled with these doubts, his resolve wavering like a flickering flame in the wind. But then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the storm subsided, leaving behind a calmness that was almost scary. Taking it as a sign, Kofi emerged from the cave and continued on his journey, more determined than ever to fulfill his destiny. Finally, after days of relentless pursuit, Kofi arrived at his destination. Before him lay a clearing bathed in the soft light of the setting sun, and at its center stood a majestic tree, its branches reaching towards the heavens like outstretched arms. Approaching the tree, Kofi noticed a small alcove at its base, barely visible beneath a tangle of vines and foliage. With trembling hands, he cleared away the obstruction and revealed a small, ornate box, its surface adorned with intricate carvings. Would this be the key he had been searching for? With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, Kofi opened the box, and inside, nestled among a bed of leaves, he found it, the true key to unlocking the room. With a sense of awe and reverence, Kofi held the key in his hands, knowing that his journey was far from over. The true test lay ahead as he prepared to return to the village and unlock the room that held the treasures that would change his community's destiny forever. As Kofi returned to the village, clutching the key in his hands, a sense of anticipation rippled through the air. The villagers gathered around him, their eyes shining with hope and wonder as he recounted his journey and revealed the true key to unlocking the room. With the elders leading the way, Kofi approached the palace, the key burning brightly in his hand. As he inserted the key into the lock, a hush fell over the crowd, broken only by the sound of the tumblers clicking into place. With a deep breath, Kofi turned the key, and with a creaking groan, the door to the locked room swung open. Inside, the room was bathed in a soft golden light, illuminating row upon row of shelves filled with grains, seed, and technologies that could revolutionize agriculture and eradicate famine. The villagers gasped in awe and disbelief, their hearts filled with gratitude and wonder. But amidst the celebration, Kofi's heart was heavy. He knew that his journey was far from over. The room held not just treasures, but also a responsibility to ensure that these treasures were used wisely and for the benefit of all. And so, with support of the elders and the guidance of his ancestors, Kofi set to work, implementing new farming techniques, sharing the resources of the room with neighboring communities, and sowing the seeds of unity and prosperity throughout the land. Years passed, and under Kofi's wise and benevolent rule, the community flourished. Farming became a distant memory, and the legend of the locked room faded into myth. But the lessons learned from that fateful case remained etched in the hearts of the people. A reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are not found in gold or silver, but in the strength of the human spirit and the warmth of community.